In a moment, in fact, now we're going to go to somebody who is a bit more of a Trump skeptic. Well, Dr. Frank Luntz, American communication analyst, pollster and academic, and somebody who spends a fair bit of time on this side of the pond too. Frank, I think it's fair to say you've not been a great Donald Trump fan over the course of the last few years. But the point I was making to Don Jr. there, it seems that with every indictment, he gets ever stronger with the Republican base.
You're correct. And in fact, they see him not just as a victim, they see him as persecuted. And that's one of the reasons why. To the Republicans, they can't understand why Hunter Biden gets no treatment, why Joe Biden gets a pass, and Donald Trump gets victimized. And every time Washington tries to do this to him, his numbers go up another 2, 3, 4%. And right now, quite frankly, I don't know any candidate that has the skills, the talents, the interest, the intensity, the passion to win the nomination to take it away from Donald Trump. He is stronger today than he was 6 months ago. Yep. And I think he's going to be stronger next week than he is this week.
Yeah, I mean, it is quite extraordinary that this is happening. But actually, the way you put it yourself, when you compare the way the Bidens are being given a pass to the way Trump's being treated, I can see why Republicans would feel that way. But the real question, Frank, the real question, of course, is that elections are won and lost with that 5 or 10% in the middle that could go either way. Does a series of indictments say to those who are not particularly committed to either party in America, is it possible that with that group of people, this could be a negative?
It's not just possible, it's probable. And in fact, there's a percentage of America that doesn't want to look back, that doesn't want to relitigate 2020. They see inflation, they have trouble making ends meet. They see crime in the various streets. They see a border out of control. They see the American political system unable to answer their questions, to solve their problems, or to get the results that they vote for. And they don't want to go backward, they want to look ahead. Right now, we're an evenly matched country. 40% Republican, 40% Democrat, 20% independent. And among the actual swing votes, it's really only 5 or 6%. They don't like Joe Biden, they think he's too old. They don't like Donald Trump, they think that he just brings chaos. They want somebody new and different. It's interesting to me, Nigel, that the one person that Donald Trump can beat on the Democratic side is Joe Biden. The one person Joe Biden can defeat on the Republican side is Donald Trump. And yet the two of them lead their respective parties by so much, and 70% of Americans would rather have neither of them running.
Back in 2016, when Trump chose Mike Pence as his VP running mate, it's my contention that when those Billy Bush tapes came out, with Trump making boastful, he called it locker room talk, some viewed it more dimly, but his views and what he said about women, I felt that Pence being VP was a very important moment in keeping that evangelical Southern Baptist vote with the Trump campaign. Could it be that if Trump makes a wise vice presidential pick, that person could appeal to that middle ground?
Absolutely. There's Governor Kristi Noem of South Dakota is a name that comes to mind. There are a number of very effective, successful female governors that could run with Trump, and they have a record of accomplishment, a record of success. And I do want to correct one thing. I'm not anti-Trump. My job as a pollster is to say it like it is and to try to be as accurate as I can. I acknowledge, by the way, that back in 2016, the exit polling, we didn't do it. I just reported on it. Yeah. The exit polling was a mess. It got it wrong, just as it got Brexit wrong in your country. Yeah. That you're unable to measure this segment of the population who's mad as hell, not going to take it anymore, wants something different, but does not want to talk to pollsters, does not want to talk to journalists. They go in, they vote, and they go home. They work hard, they pay their taxes, they raise their children, they do the things in the community. They are to be respected, not punished. And their voice has not been heard. And that is the reason why Donald Trump is still doing so well among Republicans. They feel that he speaks for them. They feel that he fights for them. And whether you like what he's done or not, as a pollster, I'm impressed with his numbers and that people are willing to stick with him through all of this.
Well, Frank, I will stand corrected on that comment, and I will thank you for your analysis. And please come back and see us as this campaign develops over the course of the next few months into next year. In a moment, we're going to talk debanking. We're going to talk what is the role of the regulator, the FCA. Could it be that they are part of the problem of spreading woke corporatism that leads to people like me being debanked because they don't align with the values of the bank? God forbid.